9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Have you ever seen a great video game movie? Neither have I. Video game films are a risky proposition as they are often critical and financial flops. Despite the tendency of video game movies failing, there are still some properties out there that could make for an amazing film, perhaps good enough to redeem the long history of subpar video game movies. So stop playing outside, pull down the shades, grab your Mountain Dew Code Red, and get ready because here is our top 10 list of video games that should be made into movies.
What are you doing?
Killing monsters. The Alliance launched 5 sleeper ships. The hope was for them to begin again far from the war and strife that had befallen Earth, to start free from the prejudices that had divided us for so long. Each sleeper ship was christened after its patron nation. The Britannia, the Rhineland, the Hispania, the Kasari, the Liberty.
Freelancer. During a brutal civil space war fought in our solar system, the losing side, in a last-ditch effort, sent 5 super ships out into space to settle new parts of the galaxy in order to ensure their survival. After 800 years, these ships have created new civilizations on multiple planets. In the game you play the role of Trent, a survivor of an unexpected alien attack and a freelancer, basically a lone wolf, Han Solo type. You fly around the galaxy exploring space, mining for minerals, and dealing with the scum of the universe as you uncover the mysterious plot of an ancient alien artifact. A film adaptation would make for a great journey to explore space through the eyes of a lone fighter pilot, while also seeing how human civilization has evolved in a new part of the galaxy. What values are inherently human, and what values are a product of humanity's evolution on Earth.
Make sure he lives. He owes me some credits.
Your concern is touching. We'll do everything we can. It may take a while.
My past is not a memory. It's a force at my back. It pushes and steers. I may not always like where it leads me, but like any story, the past needs resolution. What's past is prologue.
Metroid Prime, the staple of the GameCube, and Nintendo's version of Halo and Metal Gear Solid, although technically it came first. The Metroid Prime series revolves around Samus, a badass female bounty hunter who has bonded with an extremely powerful suit of armor. The series has some crazy-looking creature designs and is as funky sci-fi as you get. This film could be done in a fun, campy sort of way, almost like an Evil Dead, with space pirate parasites. In fact, a Metroid series was previously in the works and was slated to be released in 2006, directed by the master of Gun Fu, John Woo. Unfortunately, due to the monumental disaster called the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Nintendo became very wary of giving anyone any creative freedom with their project.
See you later, alligator!
As a result, The writers didn't have the freedom to develop a good story, and the project was cancelled.
Time to go.
Have direct confirmation of a disruptor in our midst. Unsophisticated minds giving him such dangerous poetic labels as the one free man, the opener of the way. If you see this so-called free man, report him. Civic deeds do not go unrewarded, and contrariwise, complicity with his cause will not go unpunished.
Half-Life 2. After a failed experiment, in just 7 hours, Earth has been conquered by an interdimensional master race called the Combine. The entire world is now a police state run by the Combine, who has also sterilized the population and is using the survivors for some freaky experiments. Think Children of Men, plus War of the Worlds. The game begins when the mysterious G-Man takes the protagonist, Gordon Freeman, an MIT scientist, out of a 20-year stasis to free humanity. The game takes place in a technologically augmented Eastern European city, called City 17. The unique blend of post-Soviet architecture and interdimensional technology would make for some unprecedented visuals on the big screen. Not to mention, the post-war wasteland that surrounds this last bastion of humanity. However, the main reason this game deserves a movie is that it had ended with the ultimate cliffhanger, and the fans have been waiting for resolution for over a decade.
I do apologize for what must seem to you an arbitrary imposition, Dr. Freeman. I trust it will all make sense to you in the course of... well, I'm really not at liberty to say. In the meantime, this is where I get off.
Richtofen! Whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it!
You do not want to meet what's on the other side of that door!
You cannot begin to comprehend the great evil you could unleash!
Wait. What? Why zombies? Why not Call of Duty the movie? Well, for one, there is actually a Call of Duty movie in the works, by the Activision Blizzard studio. For two, which isn't grammatical, Call of Duty wouldn't make for a very interesting movie. The zombie genre, on the other hand, has been taking itself a bit too seriously lately, and zombies aren't very scary anymore. Have you seen The Walking Dead lately?
Oh, no.
The general premise of this game is simple. 4 players fight to survive against endless swarms of zombies, using random fun weapons, while making funny quips, and playing badass music. That is all we need in the movie. There are 10-hour YouTube videos of people making it to round 99 of a zombies game, which have millions of viewers. I think it's safe to say people would watch a live-action movie of the same thing. So, let's see a crazy survival horror comedy on the big screen, with ray guns, monkey bombs, and scary-ass zombies.
Still feeling optimistic, darling? Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this. I wish we were back in Germany.
League of Legends. This game is a multi-million-dollar esport and a global phenomenon. Gamers around the world compete live in Super Bowl-style competitions to become world champions. So, it is safe to say the audience is there for this video game movie.
Fanatic need to keep the members alive. Reckless! The flash forward! The broad, the body block! Fanatic! Destroy HTTP! Oh! Reckless gets the turnaround! The triple kill from Fanatic!
For those of you that don't know, League of Legends is an online strategy game, where 5 human players face off against another team of 5 in the ultimate team competition. The movie premise, however, stems from the 100+ characters which you can choose from, each with their own elaborate backstory and origin. It would be the ultimate fan service to see the characters we play with have actual dialogue and interactions, as we rarely hear any of them speak in the game. This game is full of imagination, and rivals the lore of something like Warcraft, so where is the League of Legends movie?
Well, it seems your terms are not acceptable.
Angels vs. Demons. Medieval fantasy horror. Sign me up for a Diablo movie. With the success of Game of Thrones, every movie and TV studio is looking for the next epic TV show about swords, dragons, and betrayal. Well, look no further. How about a movie about the 3 lords of hell, who manipulate mankind into bringing about its own destruction? These bringers of pestilence are initially trapped by angels into 3 magical stones, but over time, create a false religion to corrupt humanity and figure out a manner of escape. This game would offer a very fascinating, and much darker, spin on the classic fantasy stories we all love. It is ideal for a Lord of the Rings-style trilogy, with each film dedicated to one of the 3 primevals, including Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal. We all deserve to see an R-rated movie about demonic scary monsters, battling cool-looking angels, casting the world in darkness, until one hero defeats pure evil.
A new day breaks for both angels and men. For mankind's greatest champion, the Nephilim, rose to confront the darkness that we, in our pride, would not face.
And two strangers turning into dust. Turning into dust.
Gears of War may be the movie on this list most likely to actually happen. Gears is set on a fictitious planet called Sarah, and is about humankind's war with itself, and the terrifying locust, sentient creatures that burrowed from the underground to wipe out the surface dwellers. The whole series is dark, gritty, and filled with intense gore. The human military, called the COG, have chainsaws on their frickin' guns, and regularly saw people and monsters in half. I need to see that, in IMAX. The main reason I can't wait to see this on the big screen is to simply see the legacy of the lead character Marcus Phoenix, and his team in action. The character is among the best of any video game and is the ultimate badass, waiting to come to life. Good news is that a potential film is in the works, and the latest status update includes the hiring of writer Shane Salerno on May 3, 2017, to pen the latest script.
Yeah, I hear you. Minis at the dam. Oh, and Uncle Baird.
Try to keep up.
Mass Effect. This game is almost a cheap choice, because the story is so elaborate that the game already feels like a movie. The story is simple. An ancient race called the Reapers purges the galaxy of all advanced organic life every 50,000 years, and it's time for one of those purges. The galaxy has created a thriving community, and a galactic council of alien races, of which humanity is the latest member. The game has some serious hints of Star Trek, however, arguably more serious, with humanity being the least respected race in the galaxy, and the most to prove as a species. The most fascinating location in the game is the Citadel, a massive space station built by an ancient race, and used as a hub for the Council, basically an intergalactic United Nations. It is the Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets concept, except done right. A movie could easily take advantage of the fascinating locations, and well-fleshed-out story, to expand on the massive galaxy of ideas that the games have introduced.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose Rapture.
BioShock. This game takes place in Rapture, a secret city built underwater in the middle of the ocean in the 1940s, by a man named Andrew Ryan. The city was built to be a utopia for the rich and powerful, to live free of the shackles of government. By 1958, however, the city has broken out into civil war, and the underwater paradise has become a hellscape, with a few survivors fighting for whatever resources remain, trapped in their underwater prison. On top of everything, people are able to obtain special abilities by using DNA-altering chemicals, derived from sea slugs found on the ocean floor. Abilities such as freezing objects with a touch, pyrokinesis, or just having goddamn hornets coming out of your palm. Gross. This is the world of BioShock, one of the most intriguing concepts for a movie in recent memory. This game was fun, but most people really loved it for the underwater 60s style setting and the storyline. There are countless compelling visuals just begging to be adapted to the big screen. Such as the terrifying Big Daddy, a human surgically spliced into a deep-sea diving suit, with a drill for a hand, and his larynx removed for some nefarious reason. The film idea has been floated around since 2009. However, the film was ultimately cancelled 8 weeks before shooting, due to the predicted high costs involved in making an underwater universe, and the insistence of the director, Gore Verbinski, in making it R-rated.
There's something in the narrative of BioShock that is Oedipal. There's something that is it's just a good story at its core. So I think it would make a great movie.
There is always still hope, however, because this is one of the most exciting game worlds to see on the big screen.
If utopia is not a place, but a people, then we must choose carefully, for the world is about to change. And in our story, rapture was just the beginning.
Halo. This is it, number one, numero uno, the big tamale, the big cheese. It should speak for itself. Everyone knows why we need the Halo movie. It is one of the most successful games of all time, and has one of the most elaborate storylines of any game. The game spawned anime, books, spin-offs, sequels, prequels, and everything in between, because there is simply something extremely special about this universe. Initially the movie was to be directed by Guillermo del Toro. However, this fell through, and the film was to be produced by Peter Jackson, the director of Lord of the Rings, and directed by Neil Blomkamp. There were disputes and the film was cancelled, with Jackson and Blomkamp instead giving us District 9. Which we are happy about, but that was meant to be Halo.
And then Halo just suddenly basically died, dropped dead on its feet due to studio politics.
If you're ever wondering what a Halo movie would look like, just watch District 9, or watch the short film released by Blomkamp himself. Either way, we need a Halo movie and we need it now. Latest reports are that it simply isn't happening. However, it appears that Showtime is working on a live-action TV series which is set to be released in 2018. If the TV series works out, perhaps there is hope for seeing Master Chief on the big screen, or perhaps at that point we will be happy to just see this thing on our televisions. I would get into the potential story for the game, but my brain might explode just thinking about it. With all of that said, however, I would personally love to see the Fall of Reach storyline in live-action format. Some of you might be saying we already got a Halo movie in the form of Halo Nightfall starring Luke Cage as Mike Colter, but I say hogwash, that didn't count.
It's over. Give it to me.
Well, that's it everybody. What did you think of the list? Is there anything I missed? Don't answer that, because I know there is. I can think of 20 games off the top of my head that need a movie right now. The Witcher, Metal Gear Solid, Uncharted, Portal, Grand Theft Auto, Overwatch, Fallout, and so many more. I could only fit 10 on my list, but perhaps I will make some more lists in the future. Till next time, this is For the Love of Film, and remember, stop watching videos all day, stay inside, play some video games instead.